If I can give you 5 journal prompts that would get you to 6 figures, would you use them? Well, stick around because in this video, I'm going to share my 5 journal prompts that I use with my clients to manifest 6 figures in their business. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, Jennifer Morilla. This YouTube channel is for entrepreneurs and small business owners who are looking to grow using social media. If that is up your alley, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified every time I drop videos, which just so happens every single week. And guys, this helps me, this helps the algorithm. The algorithm sometimes likes me, sometimes doesn't like me. I don't know. Regardless, this is free information for you, so I really appreciate it if you give me those thumbs up. Okay, let's dive in because I'm excited to talk to you guys today about the 5 journal prompts that I use with my clients to help them manifest 6 figures in their business. Now, before I dive into this topic and journaling and all the things, the reason why I created this video is because a lot of you have DM'd me in the past and asked me about creating a video around journaling prompts. I am a big journaler. I talk about journaling all the time in my stories, in my posts, and all the things. I do it daily. I have notebooks upon notebooks of journals that I've used over the years. So I wanted to create a video specifically about hitting 6 figures and some of the journal prompts that I use. Now, the reason why I'm such an advocate of journaling is because when you put pen to paper, things begin to happen, things begin to manifest. Now, by no means this means that the minute you watch this video and you turn around and use all these 5 journal prompts that I'm going to share with you, that the next day you'll wake up and have 6 figures in your bank account. Like, it doesn't work that way. Well, that would be very nice. There takes a bit of action and strategy that come into place. Obviously, there are pillars of business that you need to have into place and all the things. However, this really helps you get into the mindset. So before I dive in, let me talk to you guys about the law of attraction. I'm sure you guys have heard this before, and while this video is very new for me, I'm excited to talk about it because it is something that I talk about very much. The law of attraction. So let's start with the beginning. Let's roll it back. We all know that, and if you don't know, your thoughts create your emotions, okay? Your emotions create your belief, and your belief creates your reality. And have you heard the theory or the phrase like attracts like? Well, that's the same thing as the law of attraction. So when you're using these journal prompts, and I keep looking at my screen because I have the journal prompts up on my computer screen. When you're using these journal prompts, I want you to think about the vibration in which you are feeling. You will see that in a lot of these journal prompts, I'm really diving deep and I'm asking you to ask yourself how you feel about having this kind of money, how you feel about asking for this kind of money, right? And when you're doing this exercise, I really, really, really want you to sit in it, to meditate, to think about these things, to see how your body reacts when you're thinking about having this kind of money. Because in my personal experience, I believe that we're more scared of success than we are of failure. That's probably a whole other video, but that's my experience. What I've learned from myself and from my clients is that the majority of people wouldn't know what to do with this kind of money and feel almost insecure and unworthy of having these things. All right, so let's dive in so I'm not wasting any more of your time. Let's talk about the first journal prompt. So the first journal prompt that I have here is, I want you guys to, you're gonna need a pen and paper for this. I hope you got it, okay? Do 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 do. Okay, cool. So write out the number you want to make and then make a list of everything you're going to do with that number. So just for easy number purposes, let's say you wanted to make $100,000, right? Cool. What are you going to do with $100,000? You're going to pay off some debt. Maybe you're going to save some money. Maybe you're going to invest in some stocks or Bitcoin, or maybe you're going to buy a new computer or a new camera, whatever it is. Maybe you're gonna invest in a new coach or something like that. I want you guys to write a line item of all the things that you are going to spend this money on. Because what happens is when you have intention behind your purpose, it becomes a lot easier to manifest and to create that reality. Cool? Cool. All right, this leads me to number 2. I want you guys to think about how it feels to have X amount of money in your bank account. So we'll stay with the $100,000 mark, right? So how would it feel if you knew that you were gonna wake up tomorrow and you were going to check your bank account and you were gonna have $100,000 in your bank account? Like, oh my gosh. how would you feel? And there's two things I want you to do with this specific journal prompt. I want you guys to meditate and ground yourself. That means just take a few breaths, close your eyes, really find yourself in your space, get very comfortable, etc. And then I want you to journal. With all of these journal prompts that I'm going to share with you, I want you to meditate before you answer any of these questions. I want you to remove any distractions. If you have children, maybe find some time to like do it while they're napping. If you're just busy in the middle of work, maybe do it early in the morning or in the evening, but you just want to have your time to really put energy and intention behind all of this, because a lot of this stuff is very powerful. So I want you to ground yourselves, and then I want you to ask yourself what it feels like to have that kind of money in your bank account, and how excited do you feel? Where do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it in your stomach? Do you feel it in your shoulders? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you scared? These are really important things to think about when you are journaling these types of things, okay? And I want you to pay attention to where you're feeling it in your body, because if you're feeling tension, then that tells me that there's a part of you that doesn't feel comfortable with having that kind of money, right? And so then I want you to dive deep into why. What is the fear behind that? Don't worry, we have a journal prompt about that. Okay, the next journal prompt that I have for you guys is write out a blank check. So you're gonna take a blank check and you're gonna write out the day you see that number. So, you know, maybe you do it 6 months from now, 12 months from now, whatever you want. And you're going to write the number that you want to manifest on that blank check. I'm not sure if you guys heard that story about Jim Carrey before he became famous, how he wrote himself $1 million check. Maybe it was like a year before it was before he did Dumb and Dumber. And it was a year before he went to the audition, and he wrote himself $1 million check for that movie, and he like put like 12 months in advance, and sure enough, like it actually happened. And he shares that story a lot. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google or YouTube Jim Carrey's manifestation story and you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you're gonna write that on a blank check, okay? And I want you to take a look at it. I want you to smile while you're writing it out, and then I want you to save it, okay? And then I want you to write again how you would feel about it and what you're going to do with it. Again, this goes back to the same two. We are being super intentional and purposeful. I know this sounds really tedious, but when you have your vibration in that emotional state. And guys, remember that, think of the statement like attracts like. So if you're in a vibrational state of happiness and joy, what's going to happen is the happiness and joy and abundance is going to come into your world. And in order for you to get to that place, we need to get crystal clear that you know exactly what you're gonna do with that money and that it feels good to have that money. At the end of the day, money is just an energy exchange, okay? Cool. The next thing is if you are feeling some type of fear, and I'm sure by now you are, or maybe like almost feeling silly that you're manifesting these things, etc. I want you to ask yourself, what is the fear behind having this kind of money? Like, what do you think is going to happen if you have this kind of money? Is it gonna be bad? Are you gonna be able to save it? What is your money story? You have to clean that up before you manifest anything else, because the truth is that it won't come in if you're not ready to receive it, right? If you don't think you're worthy of it, all right? And the last but not least journal prompt, okay, make a list of things you need to step into and release in order to receive this money. I have a bonus, so give me a second, but I'm gonna say this again. Make a list of things you need to step into and release in order to receive this money. So for example, let's say you have a fear behind making $100,000, and your fear is that you will lose friends, because that's a big fear that most people have. A lot of my clients have that kind of fear, that people will look at them funny because they make money, and that people that make money are greedy and mean. It's just an idea that some people have, right? Cool. So the fear that you would release is that fear that you will lose friends and that you don't know how to manage your money, because that's another one that I get, and all those things. And that you're going to step into being confident, and you're going to step into being educational about how you spend your money. And maybe that looks like you're gonna buy a course on how to invest. Maybe you're a big advocate, or maybe you really want to start investing your money into Bitcoin and you don't even know where to start. Then that's a really good place for you to like maybe invest in a course, get somebody to teach you. And like the first thing you're going to do is look into that, so that when you get the $100,000 that you're going to get in 6 months, you know exactly what to do with that money. Makes sense? Now, all of this is beautiful and said. Bonus tip, ladies and gentlemen, if you can do this during a full moon, that's right. If you can do these practices during the full moon, and the reason why this is so important, because full moons are really good times for releasing and being intentional. So new moons are for intentions, for asking for new things, etc. And full moons are for releasing and letting things go. So if you can do all of these journal prompts around or on the full moon, bonus tip for you, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be really freaking cool. Again, I just want to remind you that obviously this isn't like this is like the only thing you need to make 6 figures. Like it takes having a business, number 1. Number 2, having some type of structure and formality when you are running a business in order for you to make 6 figures and obviously have a product to sell. So if you're someone who's watching this and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I'm just gonna journal on this and hope this shows some bank account, the chances of it showing up are very slim. And I say that obviously to, you know, cover my ass, because I don't want any mean ass comments from you guys telling me that I suck because you didn't get $100,000 in your bank account. However, I am going to say that if you do have a business and you don't see where the gaps are, then look in investing in a program or a coach or a mastermind or anything like that to basically framework a lot of that work. But these journal prompts do really help because again, it gets you in the vibration as if you know it's already coming, aka you know that money is yours, and money is just an energy exchange. And when you have that connection, when you know that it's meant to be yours and it's coming, just like we know that we're gonna go to sleep and wake up the next day and the sun will shine, it's easier for you to show up in that place. And that's essentially what I want with these journal prompts. I want you guys to start feeling and acting as if it already exists, because that's when the magic starts to happen. All right, you guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that. That is all I have for you for today. If you like that, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Again, that really helps with the algorithm and it helps me create more of these videos for you guys. Check out a bunch of my other videos I have going on. But until next time, I will see you guys soon. Have a great and amazing day and good luck manifesting. Mwah! Love you guys. Bye.